Okay, for those old friends, welcome back. Today I'm lazy. I did not bring the
Board.
the board.
You were bored.
Oh, poker faced board, and I'd like to open this session by receiving questions. If the old friends have any question about something happening here, or anything you think has something to do, or you are interested in with the interpretation or explanation of a TCM theory, please.
You talk about how TCM uses lots of herbs for illnesses and sickness.
Yes.
Curious what they say about the herb cannabis, marijuana.
What herb? Cannabis?
Marijuana.
The stuff they sell.
Oh, you mean that's the red green leaves? Yeah. Red green leaves. That's what used to be drug, illegal,
yes.
But now fine.
Yes.
Okay. I never tried that. I would never try that because it used to be. But I think in TCM theory, as I told you, the herbs are found to have some, also have some constitution or imbalance, or bias in its body. We use that bias to cure the bias of our body. Last time example like this. If this is a human body, we are upright, meaning the balance of body. And if you go this way, we will use this force to push it back into balance. And if you go this way, we will use force here to push into balance. And Asian Chinese put that into, this is neutral, and put it into cold, cool, neutral, warm, heat, like 5. That is to say, if you see, like your balance is cold now, we need the herbs of warm nature to push it back into balance, and then stop. That's something I really want to emphasize, because a lot of guys just think this good is good for me, then I continue taking it, continue. As you can see, if you continue taking that, it will go this way and this way. That's why a lot of guys, especially back in China, a lot of young people who do not believe in Chinese traditional herbs, because they think in instrument of this herb, they never talk about side effect. And our words about side effect is unknown, hard to explain. Why hard to explain? Because we people have a different constitution, and our disease have a different bias. So I cannot say, for example, I take G as an example. If you are the person whose constitution is hot, 2, right? Hot. And now I need like -2, the herbs of -2, to push the hot back into 0. Did I make myself understood? Yes. Yeah. If that's because of you, so the herb like this. For example, maybe I say the herb, even the fruit like watermelon. Watermelon is cool in nature. If I define it, it's like a -1. It's like -1. If I ask you to eat this herb and it will help you get your balance again. For example, if Daniel, this gentleman, has the constitution bias like already -1. And if this time I still say you can use watermelon to help yourself, then the -1 goes to -2. Here, the watermelon has apparently a very, very big so-called side effect. We call side effect in that way. And let me come back to the question of you, gentlemen. And for those, I think, including alcohol, including tobacco, is that tobacco? Or the grass, you see, I think those things are developed, especially those drugs or addicts are developed because they have the effect of cheer you up, invigorate, mobilize, right? It's like, what would I say? It's like going to disco at night, almost the same, to give you more stimuli, to cheer you up. That kind of thing is good as long as it first really have the effect of cheer you up. Because, for example, maybe you feel just down at the moment for the time being. A word, a sentence can cheer you up. That have the effect. And something you really like can cheer you up. And if you, just end a close relationship which is really bad for you, maybe a new love can cheer you up. But this is only for the short term. And as long as you are okay, you are psychologically okay, a new love will cheer you up and you start a new life, a new relationship. But if your psychological, if there's something wrong with the psychology in your mind, and maybe a new love cannot solve the problem. Cannot solve the problem. That's what I want to say. For those like tobacco or alcohol, for a short time you can use it to cheer you up. But for long term, you will get used to it. You will get addicted to it. And then you cannot leave it. That's something bad. That's how I want to say. If I push this topic further, especially here in Thailand, a place whose dominant religion is Buddhism, Buddha once said actually every sentient being is addicted. Well, to what extent or in what way? For example, if I say I'm very interested in treating people, and if today I have a day off and I see nobody is calling me for help, I feel, I'm really sick. Because they did not call me. I'm already used to treating people, helping people. And at that time, this obsession will push you to trouble, especially the trouble of yourself. Because you already got addicted of going out, helping people, meeting people. You cannot stay alone in silence for one moment. So maybe you want to try. I guess for a lot of foreigners, I was told, maybe I was wrong. A lot of foreign young guys, they try this kind of thing. Yeah, when we're young, they try this kind of thing. Then they stop. That's good. You can try, and you stop. Because that's too strong. Very, very strong. And some of the medicines, herbs, including herbs, and also the chemical pills from Western civilization have this kind of effect. I think a sleeping pill is something like this. Yeah, once you get used to it, you cannot live without it. So you have to be cautious while using this kind of thing. Especially when you yourself have the habit. Habit in Buddhism is actually the equivalence of a trouble. Equivalence of trouble or suffering. Because you have the habit. You are already getting used to it. And you want to go along with the habit. If someone is doing something, following your habit, you feel happy. And if someone is doing something against your habit, you feel unhappy. Now you got the trouble of duality. You always have the differentiation of against my will, for my will. Then always happy and unhappy, happy and unhappy. This is also one meaning of samsara. Samsara, when I was young, I was thought, samsara was really interesting, but I cannot experience it now because I don't want to die now. Somebody understands samsara in a way that after you die, according to the merits you have, according to the credits you have, somebody will judge you, then you will become animals maybe. Then when you will become human again, you will become, higher beings. Maybe you will go to hell. Oh, that's some kind of thing. Then I understand. It's not that.
Maybe you should explain samsara, because I only know it as a documentary.
Let me explain. Would you please?
Long discussion.
Yeah. Samsara is the term of, what would I say, reincarnation.
Oh, okay.
Come again and again. Come again and again. Actually, in Western Hollywood or Western movies, there are many movies talking about this. It means this, come back again and again. Let me take that emotion, if you allow me. Take that the example earlier again. You take me. Bad example. Take me. I once had a girlfriend. We had a very hard time at in the end of our relationship. Then I feel maybe this girl is not the one. Of course, after saying goodbye to each other, I say my life has to go on, and I find another one. Then, as the time goes, I feel that it's like, although the girl is different, but like the result, the trouble, the quarrel we have is quite similar. That's because you yourself does not change. You yourself does not change. It's like this. The world is also a big healer. Your constitution never change. For example, my emotion bias is like this. Then I need someone, a girl, who to push me like this to get balance. Then I think this first one is over. Then my constitution never change. Again, need this one. Again, need this one. As long as you keep this way, the force outside will never change. Something like this. Please.
I have a question about what you said earlier, the example with the discotheque. So when you go to the discotheque, you feel stimulated, and the same impact the herbs are doing, either stimulating you or taking you down. But in Chinese medicine, the herb is only, is it stimulating you or also giving you energy? For example, when you ride the horse, if you hit the horse, it will run faster, but it doesn't give it energy. Just because you hit it, it will run, and then it's very tired. So that's a stimulation. Same with the disco. You go, there is the music, you feel stimulated, but after you're super tired. So in the Chinese view of the medicine, they only stimulate you, or also they give you energy. What is the view?
Okay, thank you for this question. Yeah, you always can carry the discussion further. This has to go back to the roots of TCM theory. That's the philosophy of Taoism. Do you know Taoism? Taoism, a local religion. Why would I say? Because of you, I prefer not to call it a religion. Maybe a local philosophy. It says, actually, you can never define something like, what would I say? There is nothing absolute. If I say, for example, gee, you are tall. You are tall. That must have, this conclusion must go with a comparison. You are tall comparing to whom? Right? If you say you are tall, then somebody taller than you are not tall. So everything is just like, a contradiction, a comparison. And those two things actually is one thing, like this part and this part of the hand. So go back to your question. The herb that stimulates you, give you energy is one thing. And of course, stimulate you, give you energy, and use your energy is the same thing. Once you get energy, it cannot be from out of nothing. It's from your own body. That stimuli will make the body. Sorry. I have really to make it like stimulate. It's like the herb or that thing stimulate you is like this. Another example. For example, I see now you have $10. Altogether, you have $10. You have $10. Stimulate. $10 is like, let me see. Forget about stimulate. $10. I use $8 inside my body, and I use $2 outside my body. That example. Please remember the example. I have $10 in total, and I use $8 inside my body. $2 outside my body. Altogether is also 10, right? What is stimuli? Stimuli is take one or even more. Like for example, take $2 from inside and put it to the outside. That is to say, then your inside has $6 left, and the outside has $4. Altogether, also 10. Altogether, also 10. But think about this. Your inside is the most important part. Your inside must reach $7 to feel not tired, to feel energetic. Now you already stimulate. You use the $2 up, and the outside $4, inside $6. $6 is $1 less than 7. You do not reach the requirement of feel calm inside, contented inside, happy inside, calm inside. Then that's called side effect. Long-term side effect. You always cheer yourself up, always cheer yourself up. I'd like to go further by, there must be coffee lovers, including my wife. Coffee lover must really face the problem like this. Because coffee, in Chinese term, belongs to the element of a tree or wood. It goes upward. It goes upward. It makes your body invigorate your body. So that's why a lot of people say, last night I stay up and this morning I have to be energetic. So 1 or 2 cups of coffee can solve the problem. Okay, 1 or 2 cups of coffee can solve the problem for this day. If you form the habit of stay up at night, have fun, do things, even you think it's great, like artistic creation, you drawing, Some people, even my students tell me, only at night I have that kind of a sense. I see that kind of sense is sense, I never deny. But that kind of a sense will be used at the cost of your health. Because at night, actually, you should have no sense. You should sleep. And the best sense should come around 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the morning. Because that's the time natural qi of yang qi go up. At that time, you go with it. You follow the nature. That's the best way. That's why a lot of coffee lovers really do like this. At night they stay up, they don't sleep, and during the day they drink coffee. Then a vicious circle was formed. At night cannot sleep, and then the second day have to drink coffee. You already got yourself addicted. The same situation goes to alcohol, goes to the herb you say. Yeah. I think there is no one in the world who need that herb, really. Really, yeah. If you really are strong enough, what would I say? You are strong enough inside. You can feel maybe depressed for a while. And after rest, you feel okay. Because your body will balance itself. Will balance. As long you have last time I say, you have Jing, essence. You have Qi, and you have spirits. The 3 treasures in Taoism philosophy, that's Jing, Qi, Shen, essence, Qi, and spirits. So that's why a lot of Taoist philosopher teachers tell us, please just follow nature. Although it's, like a common, not fashionable, routine, but always follow nature. It will give you very good, very good investment. There's nothing better investment outside. Yeah, you invest in yourself. If you have Jing, Qi, Shen, and your body is good, your spirit's good, you have a lot of creation. And you can go higher. I mean, while meditation, a lot of guys come here for yoga. Yoga is not only, stretch, then hurt yourself. best yoga come from here. Yeah, your mind. Give yourself peace and be connected to the higher supreme being. And you can, at that time, what would I say? Maybe in your dream, or you call it illusion. You can travel all over the world, see things from above. Because I see the Asian books, I feel that's the authors of Asian books is not written like a mortal on the earth. It's like they are astronauts. They are seeing the earth from very, very up in the sky. That's the way. Are you satisfied with my answer?
Yes.
Thank you. Don't not try that. Yeah, don't try that. I think alcohol or tobacco is the best we can do. Don't go further into that. Yeah. Some stupid guys, really, let me tell you, some stupid guys say, I want to test my endurance. I want to test. I'm special. I'm unique. Actually, I can do a lot of things you guys cannot. I'm uncommon. I will try that. Then get addicted and cannot return. Get addicted is something not only your body, it's more than your psychology. As long as you get addicted to something, oh, it's very difficult. No need for me to tell you. Now, this place is full of addicts, including myself, to a larger extent or small extent. Yeah, including the food you like, the weather you like, the person you like, the way of life you like, you always. Sorry, that's a lot far from TCM.
Can you elaborate about the elements in TCM? You mentioned that the coffee belongs to the tree that takes you up. Can you elaborate about the elements in TCM, because maybe not everybody is familiar with the categories.
Okay, thank you.
Very fundamental.
Okay, thank you. Oh, great assistant. He just asked me to give you detailed information about 5 elements. First, we have to understand the qi of yin and yang is the description of interpretation from the traditional Asian Chinese to express the energy form or movement. Did I make it understood? To express. Then there are 5 elements also to show you more specifically the movement, the form of energy, or the movement of energy, or the existence of energy, or the movement of energy. There are 5 elements. One element is a tree or wood. It shows the direction of going up and stretch. Going up, stretch. This is the wood movement. And then reaches the highest point. That's fire. That's the element of fire, like summer. Oh, like the sun, like around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, already the biggest. Then the element of metal, showing you have to contract, go back. And the element of water, showing that's the lowest point, and the energy condense and contract to the most. Sorry, I didn't bring that board so that you can see clear. And what's the date today? In 2020, December, is the turning point of winter. It shows the energy has go back, and reaches utmost. And after tomorrow, it will have to rebound again. So see, winter, spring, summer, autumn, winter. But there are only 4 elements, right? There's one element of earth. Earth is like, what would I say? Maybe the elements of is like 1, 2, 3, 4. And the earth element is the middle. Yeah, with all. He is the one who can, make the 4 transform, go smooth. That's the element of earth. Okay, thank you. Are you better in understanding what I say in 5 elements? Okay, so we now reach this point. And from tomorrow on, actually, in old China calendar, the spring has come. From tomorrow, the spring has come. Yeah. Because already reached that turning point. And after this, you have go here. See? Spring, then summer, then autumn, then winter again. Yeah, the energy will go up. From that, tomorrow on, maybe it's time for you to have some stimuli like, hey guy, alcohol. Yeah, that goes with the nature. In ancient script, it says, when spring comes, you should always try to give energy to people, especially the children. Do not scold them. Give them praise. We say, I'm old enough. I'm too old to be a children. Everybody is children in this spring. And you have to a little bit indulge yourself. I don't want to work. I want to go outside. I go into the nature and walk barefoot on the grass. To weakening up the qi of spring in your body. And this is a very good time to tell someone you love him or her. You will get a higher possibility of a success.
Because it gets cold after.
Yes.
You need to be close to the person.
Because winter is not the time for showing your love. Yeah, cold. You feel cold. And summer also. Autumn, not the time. Let me tell you, Asian Chinese follow this rule so much, you know. Every year, our death penalty in ancient China carried out in which season? As you will see, who cares? Maybe in my country, death penalty is carried out every year. 24 hours a day. Yeah. No killing in spring. Because spring is the nature of give you life. Don't do that. In summer, no. Life, full of life. Autumn. Autumn is the time for killing. Punishment of a capital punishment. Cut you off a head.
Chop, chop.
Yes, chop, chop. This is not a story. This is true. A small king in Song Dynasty 1,000 years ago was under the guardian of a big chancellor, a small boy in spring, and have a toy sword. You know, when you were a boy or small young girl, you like to do this with a toy sword. Then you like to chop. It's normal. But the chancellor say he chop one of the, you know, what would I call young tree the top. And the chancellor asked the king's father and everybody in the royal family together to discuss this. He said, my little princess, one day you will be the king of this empire. Following the nature of 5 elements is really important because following this is following universe. Going against this is going against the universe or nature. No kingdom can survive against the nature. Now, as the future king, in spring, you would like to chop the green things, the new life. How terrible it is. The small princess got severe punishment for that. That's real in history. We follow that kind of thing. Yeah. Even now we have the idiom of 秋后算账, means I will set this problem with you in autumn. In autumn. Not now, not in spring, not in winter, not in summer, but in autumn, because that's the time. That's the time. See, the metal, the qi will come down. And all the energy you will see from leaves, especially in a country where 4 seasons are apparently different. You will see in spring, the leaves will come down. It means the qi has already leave that path. It will go back to the root, go back to the earth again.
May I ask you about the constitution? Because when you say constitution,
Constitution.
in Chinese medicine, is like a radiography, and the line is yin and yang, everything like from your body constitution. May I say that your constitution, I don't know, if a person is very fat, I might say it's very young, right? But then there is also like a mental constitution, like our mental structure, that can be totally different according to the body. So how do you do a diagnosis of the person?
The TCM thinks that everybody wasn't born neutral because your parents wasn't born neutral, because everything in the world is not neutral. You always see they show kind of a constitution in bias. Yeah, for tree it comes up, it's a bias. Yeah, it's come up. And for the sea, you go down. For the valley, you go down. It's bias. And for the fruit, like durian, hot in nature. If you eat it, maybe it's easy for you to get like an infection or something. Yeah, and for the fruit of watermelon or mancoon, what's that? I know it's sanju, English. Thai people always like to eat durian with another fruit.
Mangosteen.
Oh, mangosteen. Okay, the Thai is mancoon.
The queen of the fruits.
Yes, king of the fruit and the queen of the fruit. They come with their own bias. You understand the bias, and you think about your body constitution bias and all your bias for the time being. For example, bias, imbalance. What would I say? Sorry.
B-I-A-S?
Yes, B-I-A-S.
Oh, bias.
Yeah. Inclination? Oh,
Tendency.
you already used me up. Okay. Tendency. Sorry for the poor vocabulary. Okay, and that tendency, everything has a tendency. That's why the world is so different, because it has tendency. You have your tendency in a normal way. You also have your tendency in a sick way. Normal tendency is okay. Sick way needs to be cured. Something like that. So you have to what would I say? Define that. You have to interpret that. And one thing I would like to tell you, just you say, a person who is very fat, who must be young in constitution, in tendency. No, fat is the guy yin.
Fat is the what?
Fat, on the contrary, is the yin. Yin. Because you accumulate a lot of material. Your yang qi is not enough to burn the calorie inside. So the Chinese old saying is like, fat people is probably yin in nature, and only thick guy, tall guy, thin guy is probably yang in nature. That's why when we were young, we probably do not get such fat, because at that time you have enough qi to burn the calorie. From the perspective of Western medicine is that your metabolism is good enough to burn all the rubbish. You eat, but you never get on weight. But as long as you pass like 30 or 35, your metabolism slow down. And if you eat today too much and sleep a bit and do not exercise for several days, whoa, you gain up immediately. You gain weight immediately because your metabolism is slowing down. And in Chinese TCM terms says your yang qi is now decreasing. Why? Because this yang qi is something who has been in you since you were a fetus. Then you grow up. You got sexually mature. You carry out all the biological psychological function using this yang qi. You use that like a battery. It runs down through aging. So that's why Chinese young Asians are very timid in face of nature. They know their battery is like an iPhone, cannot be charged. Once it starts, it's running down through aging. the one day the battery runs to 0, you, game over. Go to samsara again. Have another body, then come again.
Can you elaborate the reduction from the 5 elements to yin and yang?
Reduction. What does the reduction of 5 elements in yin and yang?
We are talking about 5 elements and then eventually about yin and yang.
Oh, okay.
You divide the qualities in the 5 elements.
Oh, okay, okay. 5 elements is to more detailed description of yin and yang. If you just say yin and yang is, everybody please look at this. Here, from this part, from your point of view, from this part up, yang. From this part go down, yin. This part warm, yang. This part cold, yin. Male, yang. Female, yin. Active, yang. Passive, yin. And what would I say? Uprising, yang. Sinking, yin. And expanding, yang. Contracting, yin. Of course, hot, yang. Cold, yin. Yeah, you can put everything.
Curly hair are in.
那个
Curly hair are in.
curly.
Curly hair.
Oh, you really give him. Let me think about that. Curly hair yin.
Because I know you can divide everything, every aspect of the word with yin and yang, right?
Curly hair compared to straight hair yin.
Yes.
Yes, straight hair yang.
Yang.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's duality of division. But you have 5 elements, so how you describe? Let's say you say that G is yang, but if you want to go more details, what you would say that he is more earth, mixture of earth and fire and so on, because only yin and yang is not sufficient.
You understand. I know. Allow me for saying that. I understand your problem. Because you do not have the basic understanding of that traditional Chinese philosophy. And G is yang compared to this lady. The concept must come with comparison. It's not absolute. I say G is yin compared to my wife now. Why? My criteria is my wife now is sitting in the sun while you are sitting in the shadow. Understand? Here, let me tell you. Please tell me. For this part, back, and for stomach, which is yang and which is yin? Yeah, which one yang, which is yin? It has. Which one is yang? This part and this part. Which one is yang and which one is yin?
They both yin and yang same time.
Actually, if you want to divide them too, this part is yin, this part is yang, because this yang you can expand. Okay.
But one question.
Please allow me to finish that. And would you please tell me, and in this part, from here to here, which part is yin and which part is yang? Right, yang is up and yin is down. Now you will see here. It is yin or it is yang? You will totally get yourself confused if you stick to the philosophy of being absolute. It's comparative. Guys understand? Yeah. So it's not once you are yang, you're always yang. Change. That's why the highest philosophy in China was written in a book called Book of Changes. Book of Changes. That's the origin of our philosophy. What is Book of Change? First, changes means never ending. There is one thing which is never change in the world. That is, everything is changing. Change. Always keep change. So here, see? My wife there. Oh, a woman, yin, and sitting in the sun, yang. And if I say, which part? This part. See? Yang, yin, right. Move. This part now, yin. This part, yang. Who tell you that? So the criteria is always changing. Yeah.
You already answered, because my question it was, you bring me the example Mr. G and your wife, and you said she's young because she's on the sun, right?
Yeah, compared to you.
Yes, but if we took as a gender, I would say she's a yin because she's a woman, I'm young because I'm a man.
Yes.
And so this can be applied in many different fields.
Yes.
So So the context make the yin and the yang.
There's if you really want to go that into detail, there is one thing, because that detailed description will not help you understand the world. Why? Because it will not help you solve this practical problem. The practical problem is, once you understand yin and yang, I will give you some example in our medicine, which is very important. For the qi, remember the example of $10? Remember the example of $10. For the qi who has already been up in the surface, $2, right? And inside $8. Which one do you think is yin? Which one do you think is yang? There's no right or wrong. Just tell me. What would you think is yin and yang? Inside is yang. $8. Sorry, inside is yin. $8 inside yin, and $2 outside yang. And for anything, interior yin, outside yang. So that's explain why Chinese Kung Fu masters never pay attention to the practice of a muscle. They do not pay attention to, nowadays you know, go to gyms and make you muscle bound man. They think this kind of a behavior stupid. Why? You are always stimulating. You're always putting money from the $8 to the outside, so that you will have a very lump of muscle. But actually, your inside is a continual weakening. That's why maybe you look strong, but in face of disease like academic, maybe you are the first one to go. Yeah, you are outside. You are strong outside, not inside. Chinese philosophy and, everything concerning that, always pay attention to the inside, the basic part, not the superficial. Not the superficial.
So in that case, the inside, what is the meditation? Like,
Yeah, so they prefer meditation. Yeah, they prefer meditation. And they even use this to cure disease. You can try one day. If you have a cold or flu, you feel very bad. There's nothing you can do. You cannot go to a doctor. You cannot sleep at night. Try at night. You sit up and have a meditation. Have a meditation. I know meditation will have a lot of definitions. Like, how do I do meditation? I cannot, be like this. And I'm not a Buddhist. How can I do meditation? Either meditation means just calm yourself. Accept yourself. Now maybe you are having a headache. Then you feel, oh, the headache is really killing me. I cannot go to hospital. What would I do? Maybe I cannot make it till the morning. I will die. I will die. I will die very soon. No, you are really kidding yourself. You were overacting. At that time, you have to accept. Now I'm having a headache. Let's see. The headache is where? It's here, 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 or there. And you have to, like a ghost, leaving your body, see? There is someone having a headache. As long as you are doing that, the headache will go down a bit. Because emotion is something like a fuel, like a gas, oil. If you feel bad, at this time you have emotion, then it like fuel the fire, then it burns more. And the more you feel anxious, the more you feel pain. You have to, at that time, try to calm yourself down. And, of course, you will think what I tell you, what I recommend you is psychological. Let me tell you something practical or physical. If I say headache is, I really cannot touch it. I feel a lot of cheese coming up, like I'm angry. What would you do? Like, would you please tell me? Respectable doctors, would you please tell me? Now you can be your doctor. This part and this part, which part is yang? This part and this part.
yang is the feet because it's cold, and
Sorry, I put you into traps. I just want to tell me which part is yin and which part is yang.
The head is young.
This is yang, right? A lower part yin. Now you are feeling qi coming up, headache. You cannot sleep. Yeah, you even cannot lie down. What you should do is actually to direct guide the yang back by pushing some acupoints down in your feet. I like to go around and do on you if you would try. But at that time, please just don't say fuck. It would be very pain.